President Trump announced plans today to relocate the headquarters of the U.S. Space Command. The U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to Huntsville, Alabama. Trump had planned to move the U.S. Space Command to Alabama during his first term, but President Biden decided to keep it in Colorado, where its temporary headquarters were located. The main mission of the agency is to defend U.S. interests in space, such as the satellites that U.S. forces use for navigation, communications, and surveillance. Trump says it will also take part in creating a missile defense shield.
Huntsville Space Com will play a key role in building the Golden Dome, as you know. That's going to be a big thing. Everybody wants to be a participant in it.
By moving to Huntsville, it will be closer to other space agencies. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville is also home to NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, U.S. Army Space and Missile Defense Command, and the Missile Defense Agency.
Meanwhile, Congress has returned from its summer recess with a lot on the immediate agenda.
But the return of lawmakers means the return of questions about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Torian Small reports on the members from both sides of the aisle looking to investigate this case.
Survivors arrived on Capitol Hill for closed-door meetings with lawmakers investigating convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
It's for us to hear from them, to express our deep sympathy for what they've been made to endure, and to ensure them that we have been and always will be for maximum transparency.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has said he would prefer the DOJ handle the case while lawmakers focus on other issues, including the budget, which must be passed by the end of the month.
The House will be in order.
But some members of the House Oversight Committee are pushing for a vote that will compel the Department of Justice to release all Epstein-related files.
Republican lawmakers have a more pressing deadline. President Trump's federal takeover of D.C. police is set to expire next week unless Congress extends it.
We cannot and will not allow D.C. to fall into a hellscape again. When the local government fails, it's our constitutional duty to act.
House Republicans are planning to introduce bills to give federal government more time to deploy National Guard troops in D.C. streets, something the president is threatening to repeat in Chicago, posting on social media, quote, "I will solve the crime problem fast, just like I did in D.C. Chicago will be safe again and soon."
We're going to do it anyway. We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country.
Tuesday morning, a federal judge ruled Trump violated the law when he deployed the National Guard and Marines to the streets of Los Angeles in June. Torian Small, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
That federal district judge, Charles Breyer, appointed by President Clinton back in 1997, his decision restricts service members from engaging in arrests, apprehensions, searches, seizures, traffic, crowd control, basically anything a police officer does. However, he did put a 10-day stay on that decision to give time for an appeal. There are still roughly 300 federalized National Guard troops stationed in L.A. right now.